Hello everyone, this is Merge, and in this video I want to evaluate few pages that are related to the real estate. I kid you not, it was challenging to find. It was challenging to find something really well done. I explored a couple. Maybe I didn't do a good job finding better work, but please, if you think I should check some real estate websites worth of evaluating and presenting, and that's what I do. I'm evaluating and presenting basically from evaluating website, but I'm paying attention to the branding website, and if they have a digital product, I will pay attention to that. At the same time, website is the main focus, so I will be talking about on-brand website design to its development coding part to launch. And if you know any, please give it to me. I'll be happy to evaluate. But here, mainly we focus on this one, and I'll have 3 more examples to complement them, and it'll be one video. Usually I do A/B. You can check, for example, some automobiles and other stuff. I also did some architecture, which was also interesting to evaluate, and you can also check it here, and other things. So feel free to check it out as evaluation. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put here just a playlist where you can check everything that I'm evaluating outside of my services projects that I did. So you can also check out the stuff that I did. Anyways, let's go into this. So I want us to learn from 4 websites in real estate, what is done well and what is done wrong. And so we want to make the best, so to say, taking strength from them and avoiding weaknesses. And I'll tell you, each website will have a strength and weakness. Even this website, I will tell you what. But it's I think this one, which one that we're going to start is Revingis. I think it's in Lithuania. It's a marvelous work, honestly. And that's what I want to say, that sometimes it might be too much work for the sake of real estate, that it might not be worth of spending money on this. And I will show you other projects, which will be, I think, from Dubai, that will be Australia and some another country. And for example, Sydney, Australia, you will see, or Dubai, they invested less money into those projects because real estate, selling apartments, it's not eternal. Like Nevera Remark, for example, or Polestar cars, they're eternal. It makes sense to build a website that serves them. Even, I will tell you, Polestar updating constantly. That makes sense because they keeping up with the new products and keeping their customers engaged and involved. But here, this website serves its purpose temporarily. So that is why I mean it might not be reasonable to invest that much money into these projects. I don't know how much they invested, but it looks like a really well done website, and I'll be telling you. And let's go into this. So first of all, really impressive video on the loop. You can see here showing actually, that's it. It's already actually a good example. Really well done. You know where you're going to live. Yes, it's 3D. Yes, I don't know if it looks like maybe on record with 3D. I'm not sure, but really well done. You can see where you are, where you're going to be, atmosphere, location, neighborhood, wood, and everything like that. A really interesting effect of this glass effect. Really creative approach. And the title, and check it out. Watch the video. It says beautiful arrow, beautiful iconography, and you can see the scrolling is not that static. It has this delayed kind of a smooth scroll effect, which also gives uniqueness to the element to the website. Some kind of call to action, and that's what I will be addressing here. When I was exploring this website, I got lost. It's easy to get lost yourself into this website. It means a lot of information. It might be unnecessary information. That means user experience is not really well enough attended if user can lose their path. Many things might not be revealed or explored by user, and they might not be that important. So it might be not reasonable to spend that much funding for this project, but I don't know how much they spend. It looks like really it's well done work. So what I want to check, for example, when I come, I can select the apartment. That makes sense. That's the main thing that I can come here. Some kind of premium, I can call them. I can, what's the heart? Let's see. Really beautiful transition, beautiful colors. And this is probably something that I favorite. And I would say better do different, a little bit icon, maybe indicator. Looks like makes sense, but a little bit not really intuitive. And right away contact, really good. I think people are really going to just contact really instantly, check them out, and how to come to the place, it seems. Let's check it out, how to arrive. Okay, you have a location there. Makes sense. And you can send your name, your email, phone, what's the apartment that you're interested in, a message, and some other stuff. really clear. Like if I will be living in this country and interested in an apartment and I'm already convinced, I would go and contact this person, Agle, the phone and the email. Really clear. Now this is navigation again. I'm getting a little bit lost, so I'll go back. For example, really good transition. I want to check apartments. I'll go here. I will choose apartment, but I'm just exploring with you, so we're exploring the whole experience. It's beautiful, but I think it's based on a template, and I think this template just has so many functions, maybe unnecessary functions. Look how many things. Like it's all about contacting. It's beautiful that it has everything. Um, all news, for example. Plus, it's confusing. Is this adding? It can be confusing. If I'll plus, it's not reasonable. It doesn't speak to the what it means, but people will click it whatsoever. Now, where I am, I'm not sure. They invite. This is a news, I guess. So okay, you can check news. Maybe that's reasonable. I don't know how long we're gonna actually hold this page, because once everything will be sold, they might be not reasonable to have this website. So maybe they have some plans. I don't know. So I would say logotype also. It doesn't make sense. It's self real estate risk, but it's not really that recognizable, memorable. So there could be a better work, but it's well done. Again, don't get me wrong. Good color code. Again, let's go on the landing page first. So you can see we have here. I think this make it favorite. This for life. I don't know what it means. You see, sometimes even content strategy and content is not. I mean, I'm speaking language. I understand this language, but it means for life, right? I'm not sure what it means. Maybe the apartments, right? So I want to go check it out, but then I lose myself where I am. So it might not be really intuitive. News, about, project. I don't think people might be interested in that, but it's good to give maybe about page. Makes sense. Location, gallery, recommendations, and contact. So it's like a lot, I think, but it's okay. You'll see. I will show you other pages as well. But all what people really will care. Let's see. There's some kind of text. Probably no one going to read it, but it's good to have it. And here, like usually that makes sense, okay? Here, maybe some indication that you can scroll down can be reasonable. I will tell you this from expertise of 9 to 10 years working on this. Of course, it's self-explanatory, it's intuitive that we'll scroll down, but I kid you not, it's still some people might not get it. So we are making best for people to understand. So, it is recommended actually to give some kind of indicator that you can scroll. But nevertheless, if I'll click select the apartment, it'll be good enough for contacting them. But anyways, so we scroll, and that makes sense. We need to get here. Mainly, this is where we want to get. This is what you want to get users to. This is good. So we'll be exploring with you this. First of all, this icon, it's not really visible over the grass. I would recommend to make it white. And the whole thing, so they're selling these apartments, right? We saw the video. Was really, really impressive. I would say photo could be improved in the quality. But what you can do, that's the photo. Not in your power, probably assets is not provided correctly enough, but Photoshop could be applied better in contrast and maybe highlights drop down, maybe some kind of sharpness a little bit. But it's doing its job, okay? Okay, maybe some effect, maybe some filtering to keep up with the style. You see, they do really beautiful gradient kind of drop here. And but anyway, so the point is, okay, city space. Oh, that's interesting. So this is when it's going to be under the construction. So this you can actually select the apartments here out of 51 that's to be done with construction, if I understand correctly. Art space. Okay, this is planned. This one sold. Okay, we'll check it out. And this okay, these I think still available. So we'll be exploring. Now, what I want to say, it's a little bit challenging from perspective of website. So far, it's easy. This glass effect is just go and explore and remake it. It's easy. Familiar with that. Everything else, nothing really complex. Good to have this 3D asset that they have. Perfect. That could be improved. I would say hierarchy order can be improved, but it's not a big deal. It doesn't really matter. But there's space to improve. Like readability, for example, here, like no one's gonna read it because just I think people you have to respect as a UX designer. I think again, this website is well done with UI and it's fulfilling its function and purpose. UX could be improved, but it's okay. The main goal is for people to go and get apartments. Thus, I think many things are done really, maybe not really necessarily supposed to be done because it doesn't really make the point. Anyways, maybe I'm wrong. You can share with me what you think also. So the thing is, I would hear, for example, simpler example from my expertise, I would say, because we live further in life, attention span is really decreasing. And we also have a flow dynamic when we think about scrolling through the website. it's better. And on mobile device, anyways, that will be stacking, right? This text will be here. So my recommendation, just center that text or give title here, but put the paragraph here. So readability flow will go like this. But here it's like it doesn't encourage intuitively user to actually read it. But if you'll make it stacking vertically, totally actually like a mobile device, it will increase chances to read. At the same time, the distancing between lines, you can see here, it better be smaller for the readability, again, flow. It's big distance. It's less intuitive tendency to read. And these could be, it's good, but maybe even shorter width of the text can be better to increase chances of readability, and stacking those two paragraphs, everything could go vertically. So that's my recommendation in order to increase chances that people will have an interest and will to read it, even though we know actually it's not really important to read it, to be honest, because people just want to get an apartment. They want to see how they're going to have their experience out of that apartment, and that's all they need to go. That's all they need. They need this button. Let's check what this premium means. Okay, interesting. So when you go premium, I think they're going to take you right away to the apartments that are premium. This makes sense. That's the main call to action, that they take them. But again, I don't know which block we're talking about. For example, I don't know which block and which apartment, which level we talk. And if I'll go into any of them, okay, we see what's there without, right? Okay. So again, maybe user experience, okay, good plan. We'll be exploring everything. I'll get into this. Okay, I'm understanding from here that I'm in the F. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so what they do, if you see, they impress you with how you can build your interior design. And then, okay, they show how it looks like under the construction. Makes sense. They upload, by the way, CMS and all these uploads really needs time to work. Really beautiful that they show how interior design can be built. And then they show what they're going to have. Okay, makes sense. What they probably see from the window, if that's to be true. I don't know if this is reasonable to show these spaces. They could go and check it out, but they can save indeed time not to show. But people still, for example, if I want to buy an apartment, I'm still going to go to the site and I still want to go and explore the in life. So maybe it's good to see at least like that. Yeah, maybe much unnecessary things, really. Let people come and see if they want to buy. But I will show you. We'll be exploring. So, okay, I think that's the thing. This means premium. It's like it's going to take you to the kind of more luxurious degree apartments that you can explore when you click. Okay, I'm interested in interior. Okay, I think there's really space to improve the user experience, but it's okay. But anyways, they're still not lost. And they said, okay, this is a block. This is a block. Okay, I'm in E. If I go to the E, okay, this is again, I think I'm really lost, but it's okay. The people probably going to go back to the website in the beginning, and they're probably going to scroll here. And they're going to be saying, okay, I want to be in this block, on this block, on this block. So I think this one, it's like you see, it's a main primary call to action. This is a secondary. I think, I don't know, I would maybe reverse, but it's something to test, something to play. When I build, I need to test also when you click and explore. Now I clicked select the apartment, and it takes me to basically, well, to this same image, but it does have the system of searching. Does it have recommendations, 2 stores, for the business? I think recommendations, no results. Really? First level. How come no results? Yeah, anyways, I'm like kind of picky, if you think about it. But I'm really impressed with the website. Okay, let me go for the landing page first. Landing page, and then we can check. We'll be going into these apartments basically. With scrolling further, a little bit delay of text appearance could come quicker, but beautiful text. Again, probably people will not read it. There's space to improve the hierarchy and the width of the text and the position for attention. What is this? Some kind of data, some information about different, maybe some descriptives for the what's included, like terraces, I think, the idea of the park near the river. I would recommend this. It's not reasonable to read in this direction. I would say replace images to the right side, text to the left side, because this is not how we tend to read in Europe. And it's better to have a different way. It's not really increasing chances to read. Apparently I can click these texts. Not really. Another thing, mistake, right? The title have a clickability option, but I cannot really click it. So it's better to remove that clickability effect. Now, again, that's what I mean. UI an impression is created, but user experience is not serving this website to have that experience, to the memorability of logo, for example, memorability of experience, the hierarchy, making sure that people can read and get their information. Of course, if they really, really want it, they will read it. They'll explore it. If they're really making a decision to live there, you will explore the whole website whatsoever, UX well or not, definitely. But I'm paying attention as a professional, and I see space to improve, even though it might not be serving the marketing. And okay, we have something here as I didn't expect it. I'll be actually validating that long. Let's see. So this plus, again, I think this is the template that they built, and the template is just automatically like this, so they just kept it. But plus doesn't speak. Plus speaks to me as to add to favorite. When I want to click, I actually enter this, so it doesn't speak user experience correctly. And honestly, I didn't thought I will find so many things, so many space to improve. I thought actually, because I wanted to show you this work, and I'm really impressed how they did it, and I will show you what will be challenging for me to build. But there's a way to do that in Webflow when I'm using Webflow coding. So yeah, well, it's really good always ending with a contact. I always like to do that myself. Every website that I build at the end, I like to do the last CTA, call to action, with a footer. And here, about gallery, news, or event. This is like not really necessary, all this, but it have to be in a footer. But again, the order, the sequence, the organization is confusing. And these, I think, are the projects that people can go into. And I don't know, what is this? Oh, wow, okay. It's confusing, you see, and I can tell you what is happening here. It's using the template, and that's I always build custom. I do recommend build custom, but again, here it makes sense. Sometimes it's good to use template. I did, by the way, reverse engineered one project with templates, but I still build it with control well enough to manipulate code. Okay, let's go back. I got lost, you see. So that's what happens when you press this, select the apartment, and anyways, so what people usually are going to do, they don't care about all this information. They don't care about this information. Here, like, okay, select, again, a park, river, city. We can see that no apartments in river, 8 apartments in park, and 51 apartments in city. Good information. And I would recommend actually to put it up here, somewhere right away in the beginning. No need to do all these things. But nevertheless, like here, for example, I would recommend that information to have here. I don't see that information. It's a little bit confusing. I would also recommend to increase the attention of clarity that it's sold. So maybe here is X, could be also really quickly to see. Here could show how many apartments remaining. This is under the construction, so on. Here, only here, right? Select 51. It's okay. So I'm picky. Okay, let's go into this. The main thing what we hear is, okay, I want to select apartment as a user, right? Really impressive. For example, this thing, it's possible. It's not that complex to build. Of course, you hover over the element, changes the color, and the background could be image, it could be code, more code into, but it's okay. That's not challenge at all to build. I'm interested in these apartments. They kind of fancy, park space, city space. They look more interesting. So let's click it. And this, for example, should be also like, I want to hover over this icon, and it doesn't hover over this. This element could be also hover over affected. And it's actually easy to do when you hover over. It's not hover. It's like when mouse is over the element, and when a mouse leaves this element also, then it disappears. But yeah, it's okay. We enter a really beautiful transition, really beautiful zoom in. I like this. That's what I like this website, actually. This is like, you have the immersive zoomed in gradual perspective. And that's what I actually impressed. I'm impressed with the code. I'm impressed with the 3D model presentation and with the immersive experience, even though I'm picky with all these small details to improve. Now, what we say again, but this means select the stage. I don't know why. Park City 51. I'm in Park. I don't understand, right? I don't want to get lost. I want to check it, but probably people just gonna ignore the whole thing. They're just gonna go here right away. I'm curious to explore. It shows really cool. Okay, this shows north, south. More about this phase. Park space. I don't know why phase. Park space. 8 apartments. Okay. Yeah, again, there's a lot of space to improve. In respect to the user experience, I'm getting lost. I don't understand. I'm not sure about these people. Why would the user care about these people? Maybe advertisement of them. Again, this left-right mirror, profitability reasons, organized and vertical. and back. I don't see the point of all this information. I really don't. But maybe that was request from the client for these guys. So again, like I want to go back. Okay, let's go back this way, regular way from the browser. So okay, here, okay, we're checking. I want to check apartment. Okay, we see. Can you imagine in CMS, like in coding, right? The content management system in the backend, they have to update all this information. So this information have to be registered in CMS, and I'll tell you in Webflow this how I understand how to code this. And this will be quite something for me to explore how to do these blocks of hover over. That seems like clean code, or somehow they did it. This is impressive. And this is my question. Is this worth it? Is this worth to invest and code it? Is it important to do this? Does it serve anything? Because you could actually simplify the process and build the searching system that also will be in CMS. You just type, you can see this and you can have information. But I'll show you other examples anyways. So, but it saves time really for those who work and for this lady in the bottom, right? It saves time for her. Less needs to be involved showing things. People will have less questions. That makes sense. So anyway, so that's really interesting. Check this out. Every time in a backend, once the apartment is sold, they have to go into the backend and change a specific apartment of specific block as sold. And then once it's sold, it becomes this red indication and it becomes out of the counting numbers into the circles that they have, like this one. So that's what you need to do. It's quite a job to do. And it's something to teach those or they probably provide information for developers and they just do what is requested from the decision makers and the clients. So that's really interesting. Now look, we will go into one of the apartments. We can go into any, but that's my question. Is it worth to build all this once everything will be sold? Because I don't think you need this website if it's sold, because it's finished its purpose, unless they have some interesting plans for the future. I don't know. For the database, kind of, it's really interesting, to be honest. So, okay, we see this is a free apartment. Which apartment we want? Let's check it out. I would like to, the higher you go, it seems like less square meters you have, but at least no one is above you. And I would like to actually go to this one, the woods. It's much more compelling. I don't really want to see neighbors there. I think I will go for this one. I don't know why people didn't choose this. We know that the sun is going from that side. That's amazing. So I'll maybe lower to have some neighbors above. But actually, I want a roof. Let's go to the roof. Imagining myself as a user. Okay. This is more about this project which went. I don't think you need this. No one really needs this. People just want to get the information. That's confusing. That can be somewhere here, more about the project. If people really want to check it out. Unnecessary waste of space and confusion. But again, beautiful, makes sense, based on template, not a problem. People just going to pay attention when they need to pay attention to. Now, it's really beautiful, but on the other side, that I can really shift really quickly between the levels. By the way, if I can go back, that's really good, okay? And that's really clear, so I can go back, I understand, I can go between layers, really intuitive. Now here is really comfortable. Let me go back. I know I might be back and forth, but look, I'm coming here. I remember, okay, I was here. I'm really interested in these blocks. I wanted to go into these blocks. I really want this level. It's available, and I can go back and I can shift between levels. Beautiful, makes sense. So this is really interesting also to explore the levels, and also we can see the block that we are, and I can shift between blocks. That's what I like this website. It is in user experience orientable. Like, I mean, if such word exists, I can orient and I can shift between things. There's level of user experience well done, and parts has space to improve. So don't get me wrong, really well done. You can see that this one is art is not under the construction, and this one's sold. You see, I cannot go to this one. This one is into the river. Let's go. Let me check river. I want to check river. Oof, where I am. There you go back. This back should be more clear. That's the only thing I can find. So I cannot go. Here you go. You see, I'm really happy that I'm registering this information, because once they will be sold, we will not be able to go and check it out. I'm really happy to record and share this with you. Really great information. So the point is, that's unfortunate. Like this one, okay, makes sense. This wasn't to be built, to be under the construction. So this one have 51 apartments, and it's under the construction. And this one is built, and it's still 8 apartments available. So, okay, let's go into this. We have been here, right? So that's what I like. So we have chance with you to check this. Really happy about this. Okay, this is the name. Okay, now, can I go to the site? Wow. That's the parking lot. Wow, I haven't checked that before. That's impressive. I can shift river 0, sold, city, go to city. Okay, park, city. I'm in city plus. Okay, plus indicates this is where we are. It's really wrong indication. Change the icon. It's not really clear. It's like learning curve required from the user. Okay, I know I'm guys exploring all around, but okay, it's pretty clear. We can check the parking, and this is what something they do. It makes sense. It's really actually convenient. It's actually amazing to have such apartments to purchase actually and sell them. And if you're doing the real estate, but it makes sense like partnering with architects, with constructors, and with a real estate agency. But at the same time, you can purchase them for yourself. It's really beautiful. So it makes sense. Anyways, parking. We're not about parking. Let's go to the D. We right away in the first level, we can see, oh, there you go, parking. Two levels. Wow. Here is missing parking. Like it was good, but levels, I don't see. I need to click building to see these. It's another way to improve. But anyways, first one is sold. I don't know why. Maybe it's cheaper. Let's go to the second sold. Third, there's one apartment available, but I will be checking the 6th level. And honestly, I was architect, guys, back in times, and I worked for 4 years. I think I studied in architecture in Denmark and Australia. Now I'm a 9 to 10 years UX UI designer and branding specialist and product designer, and into entrepreneurship and into the many things as such. But really concise. You can check my playlists, and it's exciting. It's exciting to see these things. So to my heart, and yeah. So we will not be checking, but look, now these are not hard to build. These kind of are also easy to build. Okay, so far, the only challenge so far would be for me is this, to how to make that. Okay, CMS makes sense, but the hover effect, these kind of elements, that's not something like image apply, unless someone did a really precise job. But this is like parts, really interesting how I would be curious. I would say it's not impossible. I would say it's possible. I would love to give it a try, but it's not worth it. Generally, I don't recommend for real estates to spend so much time on this, even though it's effective. So, okay, here is also nothing really hard. These things pretty clear. This says it's sold. We can see how many square meters. Good. 5 rooms. 6th level. Okay. Let me check. We were in the 3rd one. Okay. We're in the 4th. Sold. 5th. That's why probably it's a big apartment and really impressive. It's really good size. 2 balconies. Really impressive design. 2 bedrooms with own balcony. Amazing design. So we selected with these 6. That's what we can take. I don't know why people chose this one. Probably the most private, but it'll be towards the facade of the building. I don't see the point. This one is, I think, I don't know why no one takes it. Take it. Maybe it's just expensive. So that hard, you can see, I cannot click that hard. So I don't know. Can I make it to this favorite? So check this out. We'll be entering this plan. So far, I don't see any complexity to build it. Even this thing is not that hard. And yeah, so okay, I'm curious to see what's next. Okay, let's go into the apartment. We inside of the apartment. What do we see? We see the photos. I want to see right away plan, to be honest. Before photos, I would like to stay on a plan. Let me see. Cannot. PDF, bank, and some surfaces. Okay, what's missing for me? It's like I want to see plan. Okay, I see the impression of the look and feel. Again, plus. It's plus, but it's the gallery, okay? Yeah, interesting. Maybe that is why no one took it, because it's maybe massive views, but it's good views though. Yeah, it's really good to see those photos. There you go. Okay, a plan is inside. Could be some separate on the page right away. Really good to see. Okay, the plan itself could be done better, but it is interior design question. We have entrance here. Your own bedroom with your own balcony. This probably will not see that much sun on this side. Really well done, I think. Organized, really perfect, compact. Correct. Yeah, I'm just evaluating architecture, guys. Second bedroom, here bathroom. Yeah, this speaks to improve, but it's okay. Anyways, amazing design. Here you go, another plan. It might make sense why people don't select it. I will tell you why. this apartment maybe not be successful in planning, and they could really redo this. They're trying to sell for big apartments. Check this out. They have 4 bedrooms and 2 free bathrooms, but basically, I don't see the toilet here. Just washing hands. So this one apartment, this one bathroom is for 3 bedrooms. That's not proper. And this might be office or guest room, but still, and here should be some separation for privacy sense. But it makes sense. This should be with a water closet, to be honest, for guests. This should be for guests with a water closet, and this should be private. But this is recommendation for the design. They can do their own design. So yeah, that's some extra observations I'm having here from architecture galleries and galleries. So I would say give a plan right away here somewhere instead of me searching as a user where it is. So that's what I have. Okay, this back should be better. I think it could be somewhere else. It's all more calling clarity of attention. So it makes sense why people might not want this apartment. This is the same layout. That's why no one really took them, I think. That's really something to think about. Let me go here. But this was purchased. Anyways, guys, I'm not about architecture here. Okay, let's go back. Let's see what we can have here. Let me check another, just out of curiosity. If it's sold, I cannot click it. And that's really sad. Oh, this one, for example. Really small apartments, if you think about it. Right away showing. Just for registration, guys. Really interesting because we will not be able to see it. It will be sold. And I want to see plan. Example again. It's really not effective that I don't really see even plan here. Can we see plan here? There you go. Only plan here. I need plan. That's the most important thing for your user. And this is 2 stories. This is quite massive. This is the level, 2nd level actually. This is really something. This is impressive work, I would say. I would recommend to take it. Amazing. Okay, let's check some more for the registration. We checked with you some blocks. I see that you see this the same apartment 5th. Okay, let's go to some C. Sold. I think this one all sold. Wow, almost. Wow, are you kidding me? Is this 40 square apartment? It's funny. That's a small thing. Not much sun will be there, I think. Seriously? Well, it's actually quite spacious if you think about it. Not bad. But actually, that's all. Yeah, it's funny. For student, buy and rent on Airbnb. Why not? Okay, let's go back. Let's see what else we have. Maybe let's see this one. And then we'll go to the other block. This also 165. That means 2 levels. 2 levels apartment. Same, okay, nothing new. Same layout, same, smart to do the same disposition. These are kind of mirrored, I suspect. Anyways, we checked this. I thought it'll be much more better, but actually I don't see any challenges bullying all this thing. Pretty clear. Actually, it's quite a work to do. But the CMS, the content management system, to keep that in track and build a system is the key. Now we can't go to this one because it's sold, unfortunately, and this to be built. What is this store? There's just some kind of information that's saying that if you buy in this city, the beginning payment have to be from the start is 3K or something like that. I thought people buy right away, probably mortgage based. I don't know. Okay, let's go into the city. Let's see what they have there. Here, okay, you see the effect right in the beginning. It's just indicating that you can select levels. That's important. That's really good because it's not, some people will think, well, what else? But of course, people hover. By the way, I didn't check on a phone. I'm curious what's the experience on the phone. And I'll tell you this. That's the point why I think it might be not smart to build such a complex website, even though it's impressive. UI, UX have some space to improve. But generally also, even user experience is impressive with 3D experience and plans and photos. How it is always experienced on a phone. Can you put this landscape on a phone? And I haven't checked it, but that's the thing. Is it worth it? And I'll tell you other examples just for the complimentary to see. But anyways, let's check it out. So we see these apartments, all of them actually empty, available. That's impressive. It's sold. That will be built. What do you think? Are they kind of combined? Unlike this one, let's go into this one just because it's not bonded with the other one. And you see, you can have kind of your own space. Actually, this one is better because this is more spaciousness there. I would go with this one probably. I like the first. Always stop, guys. Always stop. Okay, parking. There's only one parking. Massive parking. Clear. Oh, we can. Oh, you actually buy parking space. That's interesting. What about you? Yellow. It doesn't say, it's reserved. Sold, reserved, and to be purchased. Clever. I don't know. It's amazing. You just come by, buy more parking lots if you want to. Okay. Again, problem. I can't click levels. I want to click levels. So, okay. I know why they did the levels. I know why, because it makes sense. Okay. My mistake. Because you need to choose building. Maybe the circle with a building and 1 and 2 and 3 could be here. And when you hover over that N1, this also highlights. That can be better to orient. But now they depend on user to navigate with these elements. So let's go into this. Let's go. There was N2. It's really easy to orient. I'll tell you. Even though it's different angle, we remember where it is. Maybe it's my spacious orientation. I don't know. Hope users can orient in those things. For me, it's quite makes sense. So okay, here we go. Levels. Okay, first, again, small apartment, 41 square. Okay, not much light. This is really not clever. Anyways, selling is what they interested in, and yeah, that is why no one really probably. I don't. Oh, it's amazing. People bought this one. This one inside. This one probably not going to see light. Probably people going to just rent it on Airbnb or something. Maybe for the children, for students. I don't know. Okay, let's go to the top again. What I learned that actually it's not that hard to build. I'm only concerned about what's the point if the mobile device will have different experience a little bit, you know. So okay, let's choose one. I want to choose always bigger into the sun. Okay, that's what I remember. That's what I thought. I remember when I was checking, there was a plan right away, and I was impressed that with these blocks, park blocks, plan was not here right away. I recommend to put plan right away, and then the images of the space. So everything is. We can ask. Oh, okay. And then you can download stuff. Okay, here you go. Here I can put it to the favorite, right? Okay, and then I can put minus. You can see one. Okay, good. Pretty simple system. If I go there, will I lose my track? Here you go. I'm in this. If I'll close it, that's the problem. It should open and we should not lose the track where we have been for the user experience. So I don't really, this should be like a cart, cart that is not taking us to another place as a page, but just open up. But probably it's hard because it's CMS kind of, but actually carts are possible to check carts when you do e-commerce, so it should not be a problem. So that's what I mean. It's when you build a template, you might be stuck with the template and you don't know as a developer or as a designer, don't know how to change it. That's why probably this becomes compromised, so to say. User experience started to be compromised. But people will understand, will orient, I like to say, because if they really want to buy, they will buy. The whole point, they can check it. But again, with excuse to user experience. But if you want to be professional, trustworthy, look and feel, achieve great results, make it easy for people to remember and spread the word, and make sure that they get all information, you better be building it better and save your time and money and headache on your side. If they build this website, you don't need so much responsiveness here, to be honest. It can be done actually easier. Just exploring, okay, this architecture. I think this is really good. Let's check this one. I like it's easier to understand. So you enter, okay, this is a sleeping zone for two kind of kids, probably. They have their own bathroom. And another one for the guests, I guess, the common space, and the parents' kind of suite. Quite good, quite acceptable. That's all. They have only plans because I think there is no still construction. It's under the construction, they'll be uploading images, I suspect. Okay, we explored just for the memory, really good. Let me see, let me go back. I will not be checking anymore. And yeah, I think that's all we can check. Actually, it's really good. It's not that complex. Now I understood everything, I oriented, not a problem at all. Here only, I didn't understood, for example, when I say, this is those buildings, right? I can choose, I want to go E. I can unselect. Yeah, I can unselect. Okay, wow, okay, interesting. That's interesting, quite a thing to build. Is it worth it? I don't know. Probably. Could be maybe easier, really too complex. On third floor, nothing really on the third floor. Only fourth floor. Yeah, the price. Yeah, it doesn't really help much, but it's okay. Easier to navigate here. I would recommend this. Maybe searching system by filtering could be better. By price or by anything. That will be actually not that complex to build. Honestly, I have done it before. You can actually check the Elite Cruising and Tours or Zomro, some projects of mine, where you build a searching system, and when you type anything in the searching system, it filters by what you type. So date, price, level, block, anything like that. So it can be actually more easier probably, but that's okay. I think it still serves its purpose. People, for example, yeah, it makes sense. For example, I want a 6th floor, but yeah, let's say 2 rooms, 6th floor, and this building, that building, that building. Yeah, it's okay. No, system is good. If I will drop the price, we have one building. Actually, really good. No, I would say the filtering is okay. When you know what to put, the system is okay. Oh, it's really good. It's impressive. It's actually not that expensive. Check this out. 6th level, 2 rooms. Which building that is? Let's go. Just extra. Oh, that's that one. Okay, corner. That's it. Okay. 205. Okay. Not that scary. Okay, guys, that's all I wanted to explore. But what about this premium? What was this about? Check the premium apartments. The arrow should indicate down. Okay. I want to check some. I want to check this one. Where is this? 3rd floor, D. Okay. 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 That's premium, apparently. Haven't checked that. Yeah, design. I have some thoughts about design. The problem when people, I mean, there's some additional guys from architecture perspective, really clever, really cool. All this is part also amazing. I would say kitchen is too much, but it's presented differently. It's good, but take you wash, you operate, you cut, you cook. That's correct. It's fine. I would use the space for some island, much better, definitely. But this is a decision. It's not the point. But the main point is when bedrooms doors is into the common space, it's not convenient, not smart. Reason being is because when you gather people, have meal, people have to come out to the bathroom, and bathroom they have to go there. That's actually wow. It's and it's common bathroom. Interior design really not really completely well done for the user experience. We're gonna be living there. And I kid you not, architecture interior design is user experience, is a user interface in a space of architecture, materialism, and ergonomics. And it's the same thinking. Anyways, let's be done with this. So it's impressive, really well done website with branding, the space to improve branding. Just the logos, colors is good, logos and impressive. It's good. It serves its purpose, but the space to improve is not really matters for the marketing. The UI is great, well done. Experience of the whole thing is well done. There's space to improve with user experience in respect to the flow and navigation and orientation, understanding, not to get lost into the whole thing. And some iconography have to be improved, changed to understand what we're doing. Maybe too much unnecessary information in places we can explore, but no one really cares about that. Or make it better organized, and some hierarchies, some order, have space to improve. So, but generally it fulfills its purpose. It's the main thing. It fulfills its purpose in a marketing. It sells thing. It impresses. It answers on all questions that people, users want to buy these things, and they have access to call and ask questions and contact. The only thing is, again, to think about, is it worth it? Is it worth to build this website, to invest so much budget? I believe this should cost to build the whole CMS and all this experience of 3D models. Is it worth it? And consider also mobile device version. Is it worth it? Because you saw it. We cannot really click it. We cannot really click what is sold. And once everything will be sold, what's the point? Unless they have plan. Unless they build this website in the system and same client, they will be building more and more and more. And they will be building this kind of neighborhood system. I don't know if this is also to build. Maybe they'll be building. There you go. It says planned. They actually, there you go. Okay, makes sense. Now, this is a really interesting observation, really important observation. They're actually building the whole city there apparently. This is what they call city space, park space, river space. They probably will be, let me read it. Yeah, they're probably building the whole block. That makes sense. They will have the same map, they'll be building the same things, and they'll continue the same mechanics. Now we found the answer. It makes sense to build such a website if they actually have a strategic planning for the future, and that's what something we learned. So it's exciting. I'm happy we had a chance to register these things. Maybe, guys, I will evaluate this website later in future. I have this in my collection. So we will check maybe in the future with you one more time, like I did with automobiles, with Polestar and Nevera Remark, with their updates. I check them. You can check them out. But here also, maybe in the future, we'll see these buildings. I'm sure we will. And we'll be probably checking the rest what they will have. That's it with this website. Now, I should be finishing though. It's quite a long video, but I want to show you other things, how you can do this. They'll be complimentary. 3 more things, how you can build actually, and maybe not to do that much work. It may make sense, the difference, because they're just selling one block, one apartment, one building, probably not like this, the whole neighborhood. Let's go into this one. How you read it? Macquarie Rise, I think. Look, this is the website. Let me restart. This is in Sydney, I think, and it's not the best website, and actually loading slow. But the thing, and that's one of the recommendations. Actually, the imagery will be really slow in load. But all they do, of course, in their case, is not a block. And again, for example, they could improve. They could show a map where it is and so on. But they sell it. They sell the impression. Again, I don't see loading. Check this out. I'm already waiting for some time. I just restart. There you go. Video. That's the problem when you have videos and photography. You need to dumb down the size of these things and loading and videos. So it's not going to take that much time to load. So you need to always find the balance between quality and the weight, and not to make people wait for too long. Impressive video. I will not go into the details. It doesn't really seems like showing any plans. It's more like kind of marketing kind of aesthetics. But here you go. Now we enter into this. I think there was a necessary video kind of in the beginning of a lady walking around. Here is also a lady walks around. Maybe it's a park, I don't know, but maybe we think differently. Here you go. We want to see the block. We want to see more life. It's not about the lady thing. We want to see what to expect as a user around neighborhood and so on. Anyways, we'll not be watching the whole video. The website is pretty easy to build and self-explanatory. The good assets of videography or photography. Photography takes time to load, and you see again they always also using template. You see they stacking like this, really beautiful. So we can go and explore, for example, discover apartments. That's where we're going to go. We're not going to go into the discover the village. We can discover the retail and dining. I would say the whole thing, because I'm familiar already with this website, it's a little bit not really self-explanatory to the degree. And this could be too much. Again, always overwhelming people with information. Maybe they want to know. So actually, if you're really considering to live somewhere, you probably want to check it out. And discover retail. You can discover Club Rise, location, and curators link to investors page, some news. They have a little bit different approach, right? It's maybe it's right. But again, it could be more organized, more better presented. Let's go into the apartments. Let's check it out. Discover the apartments. So what do we have here with Macquarie Rise? Okay, again, probably that's what they did. So they supported the influencer, paid for the advertisement to use her everywhere. And I think it's too much focus on her, but that might be a target audience that they have actually, if you think about it. Anyways, it's still effective, beautiful. Again, too much UI, too much beauty. I think these days people think overthinking about UI in service than UX. UX start to suffer, and it's really something to pay attention to. Much more important than UI. UI must be consistent on brand, everything must be well, but UX must not be sacrificed. So we see experience of photography. Okay, beautiful. I don't see any plans yet. I don't see any clarity of which apartment I can check. So they probably just want you to inquire now, and that's it. Images, okay. Materiality, some location. Okay, that's enough. A new resort style living, a new neighborhood, a world of choice, 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms. Okay, Club Rise, and I can explore village and Club Rise. Okay, let's see. I want 2 bedrooms apartment. Anything will happen? Okay. Here I would say again, I'm lost. Like, how I go back? Maybe I want to check 1 apartment. Can I check it here? Apartments. Okay. Yeah. Again, same, relatively similar problem of where am I? I just saw this 2 bedrooms. I saw these images. There you go. So there's space to improve. Again, space to improve, not to repeat, and make it clear. Or maybe some planning, so there's space to make it better. But again, okay, we see plan. Finally, we understand. Again, I'm not really clear. But I think the just recent website that we explored with you, the Revingis, it's better than Macquarie Rise. Macquarie Rise actually have free buildings also, so they could actually learn from Revingis, the website that we just built, we just explored, and this this one is much more easier. This is what I mean. It's easier to build. There's no super interactions. Let's say with 3D elements, with plans, which could be a good idea to interact with plan. No need for with 3D. With 3D, let's say select the block. I would like to do that. I think select the block that we want to be, but no need to select every story, to register every content management system. If someone purchased, sold it, no need. I think it's just select the block and then you can shift between plans. You can learn. That's what I mean. We can make it better. Like we can do less and take the best from Revingis and learn that we can do less like Macquarie Rise. But Macquarie Rise also needs space to improve in respect to user experience and orientation. Like as a user, I'm a little bit lost. Like, okay, I see this apartment, beautiful, I saw these photos, and then I want to compare, I guess. But maybe gallery is better. Like plan and then gallery is better. Again, you have to think about user. Here you don't need a narrative. You need a user experience better. So anyways, fridge, pantry, storage, robe, laundry. Okay. They're quite simple, Gym, again, lady, that's unnecessary. They do marketing. It's kind of, what I noticed commonly is not really understood who's the target audience, or not understood how to market that, or how to sell that. And maybe they do. Maybe they actually speak to the target audience. Maybe they have explored who they are. But maybe I'm not the target audience, so I cannot really associate with that. But I'll say a lot of unnecessary text, all this aesthetical disposition, but I just need a gallery. I need a plan. I need to know about neighborhood. I need to see these aesthetics, but user experience have space to improve. Now, for example, I'm in 2 bedrooms. How can I go to the bedroom 1 and 2? I cannot. And that's, again, poor user experience. So that means they rely on me to click back, scroll all the way down, and let's go to the free bedroom apartments. Again, guys, I didn't thought I will be actually finding that much space to improve. Again, UI, impressive, beautiful, who cares? Don't forget about user experience. The planning should load also quicker to the degree. We see what's the level. It doesn't really, I guess, it's repetitive all over every level, but I want to know, for example, also, is this available? Maybe I have to contact them. There you go. What do I have? Hi there. How can I help? Okay. But how interesting is to see how in Europe, in Baltic country, the comparison with Sydney apartment, and I have been in both countries. I studied in architecture in Australia. Interesting how differently they respect the space and design. And I remember the different regulations. But here they have more spacious approach and respect, I would say, towards the... it kind of makes sense. Maybe it depends also. I cannot really judge by one architecture building the whole country, but this one I would say is well respected, well organized in space than the other one. So here again, same images, a little bit different images, but then the plan is different. Okay, makes sense. And again, this just show me the gallery. Again, probably following the template. Okay, inquire now. If I go to inquire now, and that's all. I think we'll not go deeper, and that's it. Okay, I put my names. I can call them and I can submit. Let's see, maybe a little bit apartments vision. What about vision? Yeah, a lot of space to improve, a lot of unnecessary information. Quite similar to Revingis, but it has more space to curators, apartments. Let's see, to the apartments. Again, I come to apartments, I'm lost. I want to see the whole thing. So we're done with this one. As I mentioned again, more simpler. Again, UX is suffered, and I would like these guys, Macquarie Rise, to learn from Revingis to orient better. But they did less unnecessary CMS like Revingis did. Let's go to the third one. This one. I think this is Dubai or any United Arab Emirates. This will be easier, simpler, good. They have this 3D video. The further guys, there will be one more to show, but overall we're getting closer to the end because the first one was the most heavy. So it's good to see this 3D impression. I would recommend, for example, for Macquarie Rise to learn even from Meraas, whatever the name of it is. I hope I'm not butchering that, Meraas. They did a same like Revingis. Revingis shows the space outside, but these guys show the interior design space. It's on the loop. This is really beautiful, impressive, effective. I recommend every real estate to go with this one. Actually, I like that from every page I actually can extract some value. This is the main thing that you want to show in real estate. The space outside and especially inside. That must impress and answer my questions. And then I'm curious to learn. The only thing is, okay, search is really good. I can find new. These guys, I think, have more and more buildings and different systems. I think different projects, so it makes sense for them to have the whole website like that. But that is competitive, same, but you can search buildings, and they'll have the same CMS system. Simple. These guys have space to improve on user interface, but their user experience, I think, it's better. Like here, for example, user interface. I cannot read the button. Improve the button. White on white is hard to read. Text white on white, hard to read. It's important background, but in City Walk Crest Lane, this could be somewhere just differently presented. Scroll. So this space, especially to improve. The marketing is good. UX is better. UI have space to improve. Really well presented with the 3D in the background. New lounges. So we can select buildings. You can explore. You can search. Also, that makes sense. This is bigger, right? Bigger system. We'll get into one of them. Residential projects. A lot. There's a lot to choose. So this is something who wants to actually find better about us. Let's check about us before we go deeper. Okay, video. Loading. Okay, makes sense, simple, really, space to improve. There's a lot of space to improve. Really easy to build everything. Media contact, basically contact you want. If you want to get to contact with them, I'll have answers on all questions. Their team, but even that, it doesn't matter. You should go to the main page and new lounges. Yeah, so we just scroll. I don't recommend never do the videography with photography, videography with videography to each other, but it seems like they have all these projects. I didn't explore it actually myself, but it could be better, the experience. They could shift smoother, beautifully. It doesn't look professional and it doesn't really matter for them, but it's hard to read. So that what makes me hard to understand. New lounges, coming soon. Okay, register now, learn more. Visit microsite, learn more. This space could improve. Like maybe they want to sell those up front, but it's not really clear. Transition to Meraas created for people. Yeah, a lot of space to improve. But again, maybe marketing, maybe they know the marketing, it's okay. But I see I'm confused. I'm lost. I'm probably going to use searching as a user or selecting some kind of one of those. Probably I just will be going to the new lounges. And that's what I want to do. I'm just going to go to one of them. Let's scroll down and select the one that we like. And you can drag it. It's convenient. Good. Text is here. View all projects. Actually, it's view all projects. Let's see what we're going to have there. Okay. It just takes basically to the same. Really good. Okay. This mob, this kind of filtering system. Okay. There's quite a system of CMS to build. That's already started to be complex to build. It's just more of information building behind. So you can choose levels and so on. Location one selected. I selected something and it's right away locating in a map. That will be hard to build, to be honest. It's not that easy to build. Now that becomes complex in respect to connecting that like that. And again, UI can be improved. It's pretty clear. And let's just go with this and select one. It's not convenient, not comfortable, this zooming in, zooming out. It's really not intuitive. I'm scrolling here, that zooms out. The code is not well done here. And but the idea is good, it's convenient. It's just UI and code needs improvement here. Reset, okay, let's just not go too much. Let's try to finish. I just want to select one of those. And I really like, let's say, something of those, perhaps. And many of them, huh? Let's go back. Let's just take this one on the roof. Sold out. Okay, no point. Sold out. Coming soon. Properties available. Let's go. Let's learn more. New lounges. Okay, images. They will have the same CMS. They'll have an image. Okay, it's a neighborhood. Quality could be improved, but it's okay. They always have the same amount of the price expected, the city walk. I don't know what it means. Properties available. Okay, text. It's really comfortable. That's what I meant. Like title here, basic information, and paragraph here, all just really stacked. Really correct. Go back. That's what I meant also. Really easy direction back. I can come back. Oh, it's not back. That was confusing. I thought it was going back. And apparently this is the extra menus that you can download. That's also space to improve. But when I meant about Revingis website, I need to clear back button. Not small and barely willing to be clicked. But here it's confusing. I thought it's back, but actually it gives more information. This could be open all the way and download, or better iconography here to understand what is this. Also, I like the scrolling effect with the text on the left side. It's not my subjective, but it's convenient to have gallery, and even the text is changing. But some scrolling or arrows could be convenient. Clicking just arrows instead of relying on user revealing these things of dragging and dropping. Arrows could be helpful for some people. But it's okay. So they have the same, I think, CMS system. Always title, always main image that they'll upload in the backend. Title, basic information, paragraph, imagery for the galleries with the text, master plan. Okay, there'll be always master plan. And you see, they do it simply. They don't really go that much as Revingis. And you think about it, these guys, of course, much more complex. They have a lot of blocks, a lot of buildings. They have mob complexity that it will be challenging to build. I don't know if you need it. You could just build a system of, searching system of filtering. It can be interesting to integrate the mapping, and there's a way to build it in Webflow for sure. I can explore and find how to do this. Maybe partner with another developer if I need to, but it's possible. But again, you can simplify. The beauty is to make the best in less expenses, more value, and more to the market success. And for client and for you, everyone is winning. Here, for example, is space to improve this experience. No one cares really. But it doesn't make them look good, but who cares? People know and they need to understand. It's pretty clear to understand, I hope. City Walk Crystal, this is the blocks that we're talking about. Number 5. Could be better, again, because it's just image. They could learn from Revingis to hover over effect and to indicate this selected. But again, they will need those developers all the time to comment, to update, to change, because new projects will be appearing. It's quite investment, and it's worth investment probably. That's a good question to Rise. Anyways, they have space is simple, so that's what I show. Look, they always will have the same system, main map, and then they have the floor plan. And it's quite simple, and it's easy to build also. But they will have, I think, 3D experience or something. But I want to see map, for example. I want to see this plan I can download, for example. Okay, then I can check it out. But I would like to zoom in, maybe a bigger plan. There's space to improve. Again, not really clear to see. Again, could be improved in UI. Their UI, this website, Meraas, have space to improve in UI and better experience in some way as well. Location, okay, I can find location. That's also not hard to build when you need just one without filtering, and some information. So basically, they have same system, contact, space to improve, kid you not, and all of them have space to improve. But we can learn from each. That's the point of showing all of them at the same time, and I can explore more. Please give me some more if you have. I'll be happy to find some better real estate examples where it just looks professional and trustworthy degree achieved. So I'm done with Meraas, and I'll show you one more. So, and that'll be also interesting, but also will be relatively simple. I don't know where it is. I don't know what language that is, but let me restart, and you'll see they'll have this some kind of branding. This is recognizable, to be honest. Simple, and I hope this is going to load quickly because yeah, okay. Some separations, cloud appears, building appears. That's quite something unusual. They kind of say drag, use arrows, scroll, discover the entire project, and contact us right away here, and floor number 31. I think this is really interesting. That's straight to the point. The brand, the imagine a third tower last chance kind of call to kind of statement. But what I find is menu. Okay, menu was not really clear, to be honest. And I'll tell you why. Again, too many things, probably, but it's good, but people don't need it. Really interesting. I would say it's interesting how really good thought about the experience and the branding. It's really done on branding. Even though it's simple, but you can see how this effect, you want to play with this. It reveals the logo. Someone have thought about user experience and the brand. There's space to improve for the colors. For example, when I close, that menu title is really should be white probably. The space to improve the branding, the aesthetics, the UI, but UX is really well done. That's what I like to point out. When you do also outside of the of the website demonstration. When you do digital products, what I learned when I talk with different decision makers, clients, prospects, when I see their digital product, I run away when I see a good user experience and really poor UI in the beginning of startup. I say you did the right thing. I see your UI is not great, and that doesn't really matter in this phase. The branding, the UI doesn't matter in the beginning that much. Branding it is to the degree, but UI is not matter, but your UX is really well done. And that's the key in the beginning. And later you can sharpen UI. So that's never going in expenses of user experience. And you can see this website is simple, but it really speaks clearly. It just says to me, and it's interesting, it's not that hard to build also. You just need a 3D model here, some play with the interaction. That will be actually interesting to build. I wonder how it looks like on the phone also. But you can see, I can just scroll down. I can even drag as they educated us in the beginning, but it's self-explanatory. You just want to scroll. You will scroll. And floor number, it tells you floor number. That's really impressive. Yeah, I mean, they can do better, the model and the background, but it's really interesting. I can choose the first floor, of course, view floor, so I can hover over and get the information about it. It's really unusual what it tells. I even can hover over olives, olive blanc, hazel, and bamboo. 2. I don't know what it means, but probably that means that 2 blocks, this is the size of the, okay, this is the plan. Flat type. They even say that, okay, this is a plan. That is amazing. So view floor plan, if I click it, let's go, and I can contact. Clever, always with you. Really unusual user experience, really unusual presentation. Simple UI can be improved, 3D model can be improved. User experience UI, it's just impressive. So let's go into this. Which level? The first top is too complex. Let's go too high for me. Let's see. I want to see some views to this degree. Let's go 13. And oh, look, there are 4 now. So the lower you go, okay, 11th have this long block. I want to check 11. I want to check this long block. Let's view floor plan. What's going to happen? I haven't explored the plan, I think. I think it's slow loading here and there. Okay, here we are. Here you go. You have a plan. I think these guys did a proper user experience. That's what I can tell you. Revingis and Macquarie, we had Revingis, we had Macquarie Rise and Meraas. I actually have space to learn from these guys. Tbilisi, it's in Tbilisi Gardens, okay. So it's direct. You don't need all this stuff. You have they have 1 building. But again, you can apply for more buildings for the city, better experience like this. It's clear. I selected the floor. I know I'm on a floor. I selected the apartment. Actually, there are more apartments, I guess. So it was confusing. Okay, this piece, previous type. Next type. Bamboo, olive, mahogany. Okay, back to floor. There you go. They did it. Back to floor, apartments. Let's go to apartments. I see. Now it's a little bit something to learn also. They also have space to improve. How do I go back to the building? There's no way to go back to the building. See, they also have space to improve. But they were close. Let me click on this one. They were really close. Let's go. So what I was confused, I'll tell you. So what I was confused here, and again, I can hover always and scroll up and you can see the information changing. I thought these demonstration, so it's like a plan. It's not a plan. So apparently they could do better also this one. They're trying to fit, of course, into this line. So probably they could do like 1, 2, 3 or something. It confused me. I thought this is okay, but they have kind of 3 types of layouts, I guess. So I don't know if it matters if I click. It seems like this red is sold and green is available. It's also not enough clarification, for example. So view floor plan. You should go to the view floor plan instead of clicking those. That will be better. So there's space to improve user experience, but overall, really well done. So let's go into some of those. Let's say 21. View floor plan. Okay, what's going to happen? Here you go. We're observing the whole plan. Oh, okay. I can still shift. Wow, this is really interesting. So I can shift right away. This is really clever. So we have new north-south. That's really important. Apartment types and flats available free out of. It's easier. You see how easier it is to build that, and it's much more better user experience. And really quick, I can scroll through and see what I want. And it seems like it's interesting. Everyone's bought those. I don't know, Tbilisi, is it south, son? Not sure. Don't remember where it is. So anyways, yeah, it's too high. Oh, the lower, I would say 31 should be on top, not on bottom. So they should reverse the direction again. But on 31st, let's just for fun. So bamboo, Morocco, different types. Okay, this is really small apartment. Let's take this one, Morocco. So it's all apartments. What's going to happen if I'll click all apartments? On this floor, or is all apartments? They have the same layouts. Okay, and if I'll select them, that was the one that I let type. How many available? Now it still have space to improve. A little bit confusing, but it's okay. I'm coming here, and now I'm not really having that scrolling. So there's a way to, there you go, floors, the price. Why price? Yeah, space to improve. But really well done is 28. So 28. Anyways, let's repeat it one more time. You can see I'm testing user experience right away. Let me go right away to this floor. And we had this experience. If I click this guy, what's going to happen? Okay, we come here. Again, same. So this space to improve floor. Okay, yeah. The space to make sure that we, here you go. Okay, back apartments, back to floor. Yeah. Okay, space to improve, but really close. Okay, 31st floor, we can see the plan, really good. We can see what's the score. It's really clever. Actually, none of them, I think, did this in previous examples. Good to show how many square meters we have for each space. They did, but they didn't have this, I think, list. Previous type, next type, okay. Let's go deeper into all these things. And that's it. So there's no actually imagery. So these guys could improve in imagery, demonstrating how interior design could look like, and what's the idea and so on. They not go that way. And it's not really necessary because people who buy this, they can just build the interior design, but they could partner. Tbilisi Gardens could partner with interior designers, and yeah, that's the whole thing they could do. But it's enough. But there's space to improve. I would say there's space to improve. User experience is quite close. UI have space to improve. The only thing is give more assets as a gallery of imagery. Give more a little bit of information. Maybe contact also better here once we dip here. Like I want to contact, I want to buy this, I want to contact right away. The menu, yeah, probably. So everyone have space to learn and improve. That's all, guys. That's all I want to present. Let's go to all of them. So I would say this. I'm so impressed with Revingis. Really well done, memorable, impressive, but done too much job that might be unnecessary and in vain, probably. But we know that they will be building bigger set there. So it makes sense for them to have this experience. Well done. That's why I'm choosing this as the first one, but they might not need that much. Now on Macquarie Rise, also quite good work, but I'm lost. Again, they did less. It's good. Good UI, relatively clear, but I'm a little bit lost and too long loading for imagery and photography. I'm lost. I need to understand more, but maybe that's good enough. And Meraas also have good, impressive video. Pretty clear, good locations. It's speaking, every project does their marketing thing well. More space to improve on user interface and yeah, I would say, and branding perhaps. And this one was impressive with user experience. Really unusual, really rare. But again, in some places I got lost and in more gallery imagery, maybe ideas of interior design, who could contact in the end, and not rely on too much going into the menus anywhere. And maybe show view of the area, so to sell more for people to buy them. That's important for them. So I would say all of them, if you take, that's what I do. That's what I do. When I if I will have to build a real estate website like that, I do competitive marketplace analysis, and I take best, even though they're not competing in the same location. Let's say I'm building in Canada, and these guys are not competitors because of the region. But I will take them as an example, and I will compare them, and I already know that I'm going to take the best out of them as a strength, and I will not repeat their mistakes as weaknesses. And I always do. If you check how I build other projects, I am building everything into one best, and out of those who exist in the market best, and not repeating their mistakes. it's a key. That's how you go about it, and it's important. So here I'm demonstrating really well how we can build it. I would say with this one will be hard a little bit, build all those 3D models with CMS system. Here will be nothing really hard to build. This is much more better we can build here. This one also have space to improve. The only probably challenge will be mop filtering CMS system. They have CMS same system, but mopping was relatively complex, I think, to register that, but it was not a really good experience from my point. And here, it also will be easy to build. Wouldn't see any much of the challenge here. That's it, guys. This was a merge video. Really happy to present. Didn't expect to make that long video, but I think it was worth it. I could even split that into two, to be honest, but I will keep it as one. Have a good day, and thanks for your attention. Take care.